All right, let's do this. The long-awaited actual myth debunking, or, you know, I'm calling it legit or quit. Legit or quit. The curly girl methods that are out on, my ring light is flickering. That's what happens when you buy stuff on Amazon, I swear to God. So the curly girl methods that are out there on YouTube, these are the ones that were the most talked about and asked about to me in the last, since the whole YouTube channel started. These are the ones I've been asked about the most. Squish to condish, the Laura method, plopping, rice water. I also get asked about apple cider vinegar, so I'll do something else on that. I'll add that to the list. I won't forget. Okay, so first of all, I just want to say I took some notes because there was a lot. Some of these videos are long, some are short. I'm gonna try to keep these videos as short as possible, but I just want to tell you, like, I was late to the game on all this YouTube tutorial stuff. I didn't know that there was all this stuff out there until just like 2.5 months ago, and then I started the channel to try to start clearing things up, because as a professional curly hair specialist, I'm like, wow, my God, I'm starting to hear all these questions from people. I'm like, why does this sound so complicated? What are all these words I've never even heard of before? All these methods and stuff. So I finally got the time to really dig deep into them, to watch some, but not all of the videos on each topic. I tried to find the ones with the most views and focus really on those, or focus on the original video if it was like from a specific person, for example, Laura, who made her Laura method. So I mean, I coach all curl patterns and textures on how to care for their hair behind the chair in the salon. And I've never used any of these methods, so, and I have not needed to. So that's sort of a precursor for, you know, I have a lot of feedback on each of the different methods. It's not negative. It's hopefully you see it as helpful and helping you understand, you know, what's useful part of those videos and what's maybe not useful to you. And there's maybe an easier way to go about it, right? Easy would be great. Unless you want to spend more time on wash day, you want it to be more complicated, you have fun doing that, go for it, do it. That's just fine. So the first one I'm going to talk about is squish to condish. So it was kind of funny because I was watching, I was at the gym, and because Texture Tuesday is also like my self-care day, I took a day off work to do it, and I was watching YouTube while on the treadmill. So I read the captions, and it was funny because squish to condish isn't like a real word. So or condish isn't a real word, so it said like squish chicken dish every time it said that, so I thought that was pretty funny. Anyway, so this is basically just squeezing your conditioner into soaking wet hair, just squeezing it in. So there is no benefit to doing that versus just raking it through. It doesn't make the hair absorb more conditioner. You can do it that way. You can rake it through as long as you get your conditioner everywhere that you want to have your conditioner applied. And so like if you don't want it at your roots because you don't want to add weight to your roots, then don't use it there. If you are like me and you only really feel like you need it maybe on your ends or tighter parts of your hair, drier parts of your hair, then do that. But the way that you apply it, you don't need to use a ton of excess water. Your hair just needs to be wet in order for the conditioner to absorb and moisturize the hair strands. So I did notice in one of the videos that I watched, I don't know if they're all like this, but she has a lot of these girls making these videos have very high porosity, often long, wavy and loose curl patterns. So I just want to put that out there as well. So obviously what works for someone with that hair type wouldn't necessarily work for someone with a different hair type. So always keep that in mind. And it's sort of hard to know sometimes, right? Like, is my hair like hers? So she was combing her hair. She had her hair flipped forward, upside down. It was like combing it from the bottom of her neck, like up. with a wide tooth comb. If you've watched some of my other videos, you already know I don't believe in combing or brushing. That's because, especially when your hair is wet, and especially when your cuticle is open, you are more likely to cause damage with a comb or brush than even when your hair is dry. Your hair is actually weaker when it's wet too. So first of all, I don't believe in the wide tooth comb she was using. And then I use fingers only. And then also, if she's pushing it all up, and high porosity hair likes to stick to the scalp and also stick to itself, then when she flips her hair back up, all that hair from underneath is gonna be like up. So it needs to be like brought back down as well. There's no benefit to doing it, combing your hair up versus, or detangling your hair in an upward motion versus just detangling it down. I actually let my hair part right here and hang radially down like this. So like, think like top and then everything coming it out like in a radial manner, circular manner, straight out this way. So that way my sections of my hair, none of them are so dense that they're hard to work through. So I'm working in different sections. It also helps me separate my tighter curl patterns around here from the looser ones in the back, because I like to treat them a little bit differently. This part of my hair that's tighter needs conditioner more than the back that's looser does. Show you guys that who are new to the channel. Welcome if you're new to the channel. Okay, so then I see a lot of styling products being used. You do not need to use a lot of styling products. Actually, less is more, just knowing the right ones to use. So if you want hold, using something with a lot of hold, but you don't need to layer it with other things, okay? And then if you want something with maximum volume, you want to use the lightest weight product possible. And that means you might need to sacrifice some hold for some volume, but that's also, why restyling is so valuable. And I talk about it all the time. I'm like, restyling is so valuable, restyling is so valuable, because on wash day, you might need to make a compromise so that your hair doesn't end up super weighed down. So that might mean it's a little frizzier when it's dry, but then you can restyle it with just wet hands and you can get some of that definition back, and it will air dry super quickly after that. Okay, so let me know what you guys think. If you've tried Squish to Condish, do you feel like it really worked for you better than however you were conditioning your hair before? And if you do feel that way, did you not change anything else you were doing, like what product you were using? All of these things cause biases. If when you are trying a new method, you change anything else that you're doing to your hair, you have now nullified the experiment. You cannot draw results from that experiment and say it was definitely the method that changed your hair. There's a lot of other biases going on. So tell me, what do you guys think? Squish to Condish, legit or quit? So yeah, okay, that was the first one. On to the next. Subscribe if you want to keep getting more videos. Follow me on Instagram at the Curl Ninja. And okay, see you in a sec.